Hey, everybody, welcome back. I thought I'd take the opportunity just to leave up what we were working on before to remind you that it's good in between ideas just to hit this new topic button. That kind of resets Copilot. If you're feeling that Copilot is acting a little bit weird, sometimes you want to refresh it up here where you reload the page. When you do that, though, make sure it doesn't default back to logging into your personal account. So again, just validate that that green symbol is there saying that the commercial data protection is applied and we are in good shape. So we're going to move on to the multiple meetings with recurrences now. And again, I'm going to use the functional script document that's been shared. And I'm going to put the first one in there, which again states the domain and asks to summarize the attached document. And this time I'm going to give it that complex document that we talked about, the scheduled document that actually is easy for us as people to read, and harder for AI to actually read because the logical flows that we're used to are not there. So immediately it's going to give me some information, and I can see that that information is wrong. And so I'm going to have to provide it some information correcting this. And I just got to wait to see what the information looks like. So the good thing is now when I take a look at it, it's going to give me a few different things that I can control here. And for instance, the rooms are all different. So I look for something like that, and I can basically say, thank you, but there are some errors and changes, right? And so I'm going to say B204 is on, I believe, I just got to get my memory right on this one. So B204 is actually on Thursdays. Spelt that wrong. Thursdays at 8 a.m. B201 is Tuesday at 2 p.m. B305 is Thursdays at 2 p.m. Or no, is correct, sorry. And it's actually not correct. Oh, no, it is correct. My apology. It's correct. And L1207 is actually L207. And Wednesdays at 7 p.m., which means my B305 is incorrect because it needs to be Wednesday at 2 p.m. At 4 p.m. My apologies. 3 p.m. Okay. And I can say all that and then say all are 3 hours except L207, which is 2. And I can make that change. I'm sorry you had to painfully watch me do that, but you'll see that it reflects that change in there pretty quickly, and we'll revise this as we want. That was ad-lib. That's not in the screen. In the script file, so it's not really a prompt because I never know. It seems to present it different each time I take a look at it. But right now I can look at it and see this is fairly accurate, at which point I can then use the next clip in here, which basically says, awesome, now can you create the content of an ICS file for the upcoming meetings? Please create a unique meeting based on their day's duration and start times. And I remind it when it's going to run, the 15 weeks. All right. And I give it that, and it's going to give me a much more complex ICS file. And this ICS file will have all 5 appointments in it, or all 4 appointments in it, all 4 meetings in it. And I'll be able to go through the same process we did last time. Except I'm not going to import it because I actually have imported it a few times. I've cleaned it all up and it's accurate now, but I'll show you the import process, and then you'll be able to confirm on your own when it works and does what it needs to do. All right. Take a little bit longer because we have given a much more complex task. So we just got to wait patiently for it to finish. But as I said, when it does give it to us, it will be easy to hit this copy button here, which will allow us to move it over. But we want to wait until it's finished writing all the components, right? Because as I said, this time it's going to be a little bit more. And you can start to see now the summary 1100's there, 3101's there, 3102 is there, and so forth. So it's giving me that. At which point it even gives me instructions on what I can do with it, but I'll scroll back up, grab this copy component. So the copied now shows up and I'm good. I go back into my files. I look for one of my new text documents. I open it. It, of course, opens the other window, but I'll drag it over. I paste the information in here, which adds it all. And I go File, Save As. And I have to change the text document to all files and then put in schedule. Let me put fall 24 schedule. .ics because I want to make sure that it gets that. I hit save. I can close this. If I look here, I should be able to see fall 24 schedule.ics, which is great. At which point now I'm going to flip over to my Outlook. And this time I'm going to click on File. And as I said, when we go to open and export, opening a calendar is not going to work this time because it's going to just puke. You can try it, go ahead, but it just won't work because it's too much information coming out at once. You need to import and export. And when you import and export, you look for import a calendar, and this allows it now to pull it in. But again, as we talked about in class or in the room at the time, it won't look for conflicts. It's just going to pull it in. So with that, I hit next. It is going to ask me where I want to get it from, at which point I go and I look for the event day stuff that I want. I hit that, I hit OK. It's going to give me the same error and ask me if I want to continue. I'm going to say yes. And at this point, it's going to import it. And I don't want to do that because I don't want to have to clean it up afterwards. But if you hit yes, you'll get nothing more than it was imported, and you'll have to look in. So I'm going to hit no. You'll have to look at the date to see if it was imported. Now, mine will be accurate because I've brought it in, right? 3 to 6 and so forth. So that will be there and workable. All right. So hopefully that made sense. But at this point, you are done this one. All right. Thanks.